I felt a rush of anxiety when I woke up. For whatever reason, I knew to expect something nasty today. Whatever it was, I'd felt uneasy all day. I was barely paying attention when Mrs. Shu was explaining the importance of knowing our cultural history. She'd assigned us a project on our family's history, which seems easy enough to complete. I just hate that we have to present. I'm horrible at that. My words get all jumbled. I know I shouldn't be, though. I've presented before, flawlessly, as everyone had said. Mom had encouraged me to join the student council back in my first year, but I knew I'd be horrible at it. I don't like people much, and I'd like to keep my free time to myself. I instead offered to be class president, which I won easily enough. I'm told I'm very likable. I've got a few friends. Nothing too serious, though. The sun is nowhere to be seen in the sky when I walk out. In fact, I think it might be clouding up a bit. The new year is just around the corner. I'm happy I'll be in high school soon. One more year after this one. That puts a smile on my face. I can't wait. I pass a few houses, stopping when I hit my driveway. My house is pretty big. The one next door is a little bigger, though. I mean, the family that owns it is some kind of big deal, so no wonder. But I mean, wow. Not to be ungrateful, but I think it's better than mine in a lot of ways. The funny thing is, my principal is the one that lives there with his wife and 2 children. He's got a daughter around 8 years old, and a son only a year older than me. Asano Gakushu is a pretty big deal in his own right, though. He's really popular with the girls at school, and every guy either wants to be his friend or be him. It's weird because even though we're neighbors, we don't really talk to each other. We're not friends either. I barely see him at school because he's a year older. The only time I ever really see him is during class council meetings. I'm 2A's class president, which is actually a big deal too, now that I think about it. But when that happens, we kind of pretend we don't know each other, which isn't really wrong. I mean, we are just neighbors. Mom's home early and cooking something that smells like mashed potatoes and gravy. I say hi, then walk upstairs to my room. I should do my homework immediately. That's what most A-class students do. But every day before that, I like to write about my day. It's sort of a coping method to having to be perfect all the time. I look over to the window across from mine. The room belongs to Gakushu. I used to look up randomly and see him pacing. I think he finally noticed me watching him, and ever since, shut the blinds. It doesn't bother me much, though. It gives me more peace and quiet. Makes it more relaxable. I start writing down the memorable things that have happened today. Then, on impulse, I'll write about my odd feeling. I finish and hide my journal inside my pillowcase. After a few hours of studying, Mom calls me from downstairs, saying dinner is ready. I make my way downstairs, finding Dad already sitting down on one of the kitchen aisle stools. He motions me forward and I sit beside him. Mom hands me a bowl of mashed potatoes, like I'd expected, and some bread on the side. She sets aside another bowl containing broth and rice. Thanks, I whisper before digging in. So, Mom says, glancing at Dad for a split second, then back at me. We've been considering this for a long time. Dad gives Mom the eyebrow look, meaning she should ease into whatever she's about to say. My heartbeat picks up from his face alone. My silence encourages Mom to continue. We think it's time. She grabs Dad's hand and squeezes it gently. That you start dating. Okay. Wow. Shock. First of all, that was not what I was expecting. I was thinking it might be something more moral or sad or anything really, just not this. Huh? What your mother is trying to say, he gives her the eyebrow raise, is that we think it's best you start opening your heart up to things other than studying. I choke on some rice and beat my chest in hopes that it helps. Can I ask, why the sudden urge? Well, your father and I met when we were around your age, and so did your grandparents on both sides. Yes, both sides. Yes, both. Mom repeats, nodding. Wait, you guys are serious? My eyes go wide and my spoon stops in midair. My smile turns tight. No, like, actually? They stare at me. Everything goes black and suddenly I'm no longer in my kitchen, but on stage, in front of everyone. I'm blinded by a large spotlight and rows of people. Many of the seats hold different versions of my classmates, my parents, my teachers. It's too much. I push out of the aisle and hop off the stool. Dad and Mom watch me as I run up to my room. I'm not hungry anymore. I'm going to bed early, I say, disappearing into the dark of my room. My chest is heaving. What did they mean by that? What does it matter that I've got generations of marriage setups? I hurry to lock my door, then sprint to the top of my bed and grab my journal. I sit outside on my small balcony in a fluffy rocking chair with a pen. I like to voice my thoughts before I write them. Usually I'd go over them in my head, but I'm too exasperated and a little enraged and a lot of shock, so I think them out loud. I can't believe them, diary. Who do they think they are? Well, my parents, but that doesn't mean they make every decision for me. I'm not a child anymore. I'll be in the 3rd year in middle school next year. I'm practically already prone to making my own decisions, especially ones as big as this. My face feels hot. I think I may be red, or at the very least pink. I try to calm myself down by breathing in and out. After about a half a minute, I'm calm enough to continue my little rant. When I'm ready to put myself out there, I'll do it. I'm just not ready, diary. I sigh, scribbling my last few thoughts down. I can't date anyone. None of the guys at my school are even close to cute. Most of the cute ones are, dare I say, all in E-class. I can't have that on record though, and Mom and Dad would never approve. I need a solution, and fast, diary. What am I going to do? I walk back inside and shut the glass door. My bed is right next to the wall. I like to sleep by my balcony because the morning light fills the room in the morning. It helps me get up in the morning. Before I close my eyes, I stare up at the ceiling. It's barely visible, but it's there. I try to collect my thoughts and plan out what I'm going to do, but nothing comes to mind. I'm left with a blank canvas. My eyes droop and I yawn, then sleep takes me once more.